Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Potato Panda TV here today, and as you can see, today's going to be my Monday, like continuation of my Monday Magic series, and as you can tell, I got a couple of these 15 card booster packs of Guilds of Ravnica, and I don't know, I guess I've only been into Magic the Gathering. I got into it couple maybe like a year ago or so, and I was into it for a couple of weeks. But then, or I guess that's not really getting into it. But I tried it out for a couple like maybe a month for a couple of years ago, and I just recently got back into it maybe 2 months ago. I'm thinking, or somewhere around that time, and I really only started collecting since the last I guess two sets. I mean, I know Throne of Eldaron's coming out soon, so I guess it's technically the third one since some of these stores have already started like pre-releases and stuff. But the only two main sets I've really been into since I've started have been War of the Spark and Core Set 2020, and I got a few cards from previous sets, but like I said, the main two sets I've gotten into have been War of the Spark and Core Set 2020, so I figured I'd since these are only like $4 or $5 a piece, I figured I'd get a couple of these and start maybe every once in a while going into some of the older sets before that came out, before I really started getting into it. So I guess we'll go ahead and get this started, and hopefully I'm not expecting too much, but sometimes you never know and sometimes, I mean, used to kind of collect baseball, I still kind of collect baseball cards, and it's amazing how sometimes you can pull better stuff out of just like these kind of booster packs or these single packs like this. Then you can pull better cards than these, and you can't sometimes some of these like hobby boxes and stuff like that. So I guess you never just set your sights or hopes low and hope for the best, I guess. But I guess we'll go ahead and start with this pack. Hopefully get something decent. Like again, I said I'm not really too into Magic, so if I do pull anything like really spectacular, I'm not sure, unless it says it's like a mystic or something. I don't know. I don't really know too much about some of these cards, but it's got a white creature with a 10th District Guard, and it's a creature, human soldier. And it's 2/2, and I believe it's. Yeah, I guess I'm not exactly sure. I should know what order these are in, but I guess I think it's the back two cards are common, and then the rest of them are. It's where you get into the rare, or I guess the last two are the last two are commons, and then the ones before that are the rares and the uncommons. So I guess you got a little red blue or blue red land, then a green white night token, then the human soldier again, and then the instant is the disdainful stroke, counter target spell with converted mana cost 4 or greater. And then we got a lifelink, a creature vampire, child of the night. I got a enchantment aura, urban utopia. Enchantment land, when urban utopia enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchantment land has add one more of any color. I'm not exactly sure exactly what that little arrow thing means, but if somebody can tell me in the comments section, please let me know. And I got a Command the Storm instant. Command the Storm deals 5 damage to target creature, so that should be a pretty good one. My God, I know Ravnica is gonna be. It sounds like Ravnica is gonna be taking out or being taken out of the legal standard deck soon, so I don't know how much longer I'd be able to use this one, but I do have a red-black deck and a red-white deck, so I that's a pretty good card, so I might be able to put that in one of my decks. But then we got a sorcery, black, mephilic, vapors. All creatures get a -1/-1 until end of turn. Surveil 2. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest on top of your library in any order. Kind of a meh card, I guess. Got a Luminous Bonds. I don't think I've seen this card yet, I don't believe, but I'll have to check. Enchantment Aura. Enchantment creature. Enchanted creatures can't attack or block. I don't know if that, I guess that must be something you put on somebody, on the other team player's card. You got a, Vernade Shieldmate. Creature, human soldier, you got vigilance, so it's a red-white creature. I don't think I have a red-white deck yet, but I'm trying to always create new decks, so maybe one of these days in the future. So I'm pretty sure I have one of these cards that looks kind of familiar, but I know I have a Cyclops. I don't know if I have this exact same Cyclops, but it's a Piston Fist Cyclops. And it's a defender. As long as you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, Piston Fist Cyclops can attack as though it didn't have defender. So I guess that's not too bad. A 4/3 or 4 toughness, or 4/3, 4 attack, 3 toughness. And then I guess I thought I'd be getting into the uncommons now, but I guess not. That's kind of a neat one. That's another set I've been wanting to do, is a black-green, but I guess it's a creature death touch. That's always Pitiless Gorgon. That's always a nice one to have, as a creature with death touch. And then we got a gold. That's a blue-black. That's a Night Veil Predator. And creature, vampire, flying, death toucher is another good one to have. And hexproof. This creature can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponent control. So that's another pretty good card. I mean, it's not a great card, but as far as I'm concerned, any card with flying and death touch, or especially death touch, are pretty good. Now we got, that's an uncommon. So here's another uncommon, the Inspiring Unicorn. Whenever Inspiring Unicorn attacks creatures you control, get 1/+1/+1 until end of the turn. So that's a so-so card. And then here's a third uncommon, or fourth, I guess I don't remember, but it's the, sorry if I can't pronounce, Floatlith Giant. Creature, zombie giant, undergrowth. When Floatlith Giant enters battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target opponent for each creature card in your graveyard. So, it's a 6/5, and it's 1 black and 7 colorless, so that's a decent amount of mana, but then it has a decent amount of attack. So, and then here's the rare, and then it's a Ionize instant. It's a counter target spell. Ionize deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. So it's a decent card. There's a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these different dual color decks that I want to build. So I know I want to at some point build pretty much, I think, all the dual colors I've seen. I know I want to do a black green, and I want to do a blue red at some point. So I guess we'll have to see at some point, see how that goes, and then That's like I said, I don't have a ton of Ravnicas, so I know I haven't probably seen this one, but that's a kind of a neat looking token. Or I don't know, I mean, I know it's nothing special, but just kind of like the artwork. And so that's the last two, I believe, are the ones that are commons before we get to the... Oh, yep, there we go, the last two. And then I heard that for the Throne of Eldaron, they kind of reordered the rarities that they have in the pack. So I guess we'll see once I get more into that. Alright, here's Radical Idea, Instant, Draw a Card, Jumpstart. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding card in addition to paying its other cost, then exile this card. So that's kind of a main card, I guess. We got Land Gates, Selesnya Guild Gate. Selesnya Guild Gate enters the battlefield tapped. Add green or white mana. And again, if anybody knows, or if anybody can tell me what that little arrow thing means there, feel free to let me know in the comments section. Creature, Veldelkin Wizard. Whenever blah blah attacks, target creature an opponent controls get -2, -0 until end of turn. So I guess that'd be a decent or an alright card if you're going up against somebody that's got a creature that's got a 2 toughness or less. Right. And then let's see, creature Goliath Warrior or Goblin Warrior. Whenever ornery goblin blocks or becomes blocked by creature, ornery goblin deals 1 damage to that creature. And we got the Skyland Scout, creature human scout. Whenever a Skyland Scout attacks, you may pay 1 colorless and a white. If you do, it gains flying until end of turn. So that's kind of a mana card. Then we got Mudmark Painter. And that's creature human shaman. Undergrowth, when Mudmark Painter enters the battlefield, target creature gains menace and gets +0 plus X +0 until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. It can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. And a creature Spider, Hitchclaw, Recluse, Reach, 1/4, so I guess it's more of a blocker than it is an attacker. But I guess one attack could mean something, I guess. Pause for reflection, instant. Convoke. Your creatures can help cast the spell. Each creature you tap while casting this spell pays for 1 or more mana of that creature color. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Watcher in the Mist. Creature spirit flying. When Watcher in the Mist enters the battlefield, surveil 2. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest in the top of your library in any order. And then, let's see, this is an artifact, so it's Selesnya Locker. Add green or blue, or not green or blue, green or white. And then sacrifice, draw, I don't know what all that stuff means, so again, if somebody can explain that to me in the comment section, feel free to let me know. And then sorcery, Direct Current. Direct Current deals 2 damage to any target. Jumpstart, you may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other cost. Then exile this card. So now we're getting into the uncommons. And this is Boris Challenger. It's a human soldier. Mentor, whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. Two colorless, and then a red-white. Boris Challenger gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Kind of so-so card. Then I got a Crawl Harpooner. Creature Insect Warrior. Reach Undergrowth. 1 Crawl Harpooner enters the battlefield. Choose up to 1 target creature with flying you don't control. Crawl Harpooner gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Then you may have Crawl Harpooner fight that creature. So I guess so I guess you could have if you have a bunch of creatures in your graveyards, that could add that much more to them. And then we got another uncommon. Then the next one should be the rare, it looks like. Pilfering Imp. Creature Imp, flying. 1 colorless and a black. Sacrifice Pilfering Imp. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. And then finally, this is their rare. The focus. This is the Beast Whisperer creature, Elf Druid. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. So I guess it looks like it's about it for this video, but I'm sorry this video took a little bit longer than I expected it to, but I appreciate you taking the time to stop by, and hopefully I'll see you next time.